Hey everybody, welcome. It is Wednesday, April 6, 2022. Looks like we're just speeding into April already. Time just seems to be going really fast. I hope you're having a great week. We are in the middle of another week, Wednesday, and so hopefully you've learned some things this week, you've had some fun this week, and things are going great. I am Coach Mona with Journey.Of.Purpose Life Coaching, and I want to thank you for being here again and for always supporting and following through with these lives and videos that I share. We've been looking at 21 ways to spring clean our life. And today's topic is change up your routine. And that may mean that some of us don't even have a routine, so there might not be anything to change, but it might be time to create. So I kind of found some terms that go along with creating a routine or changing up your routine. And right now, as we look at spring cleaning for other parts of our life in our home, like we usually look at, it's a really good time to reassess and look at our routine and see if we need to do things differently, maybe just establish one. And you know, what works for me might not work for you. So when someone says I have a great routine, that's great for them, but it might not be great for you. So always keep that in mind, that this is a very personal decision, choice, and habits to form and routines to establish. And you know, one suggestion was try it out for a week. You know, if you're changing, if you're just making some changes, maybe try it out for a week, reassess what worked, what didn't, you know, maybe jog some notes down to see for you to look back at. Another recommendation is if you're just establishing a routine, give it 30 days, but do the same thing. Reassess at the end of 30 days what worked, what didn't, what could you add, what could you change, and you know, how it affected other people if you're doing it with a family, etc. One thing that I fell upon was a term that I've never heard before. Maybe some of you have heard it. It's called eat the frog. And they explain that as things that you really don't want to do, the least amount of thing you would want to do it first thing in the morning where energy's high, and get it done throughout the day. So that might be a good term to help you when you're planning a routine. And basically a routine is just a string of habits that you create for specific parts of your day, but I think it can be related to your life too. You know, some people do morning, midday, evening, bedtime routines. Others have a routine for self-care, and some people even add gratitude, but they do it more in the morning when they wake up. So it just is all really very personal. And once again, I'm going to throw kids in there. If you have kids, it's never too late to teach them a routine, because whether you think of it or not, they have a routine. They get up in the morning, they might eat breakfast, they get dressed, they're off to school, whether you homeschool, go to public school, private school, whatever, college, whatever it is, there's a routine. It may not have been put down or recognized as a routine. And then they come home from school, homework, might have some free time, downtime, dinner, bedtime, etc. So it's always good to encourage them to do this. And even when you're doing your own routine, you're kind of doing it for the family. Communicate, keep it open, allow some flexibility because life happens. But just communicate with your kids the importance of that, because some parents I know are very strict and they're good on it, but the kids don't understand that it causes more stress in the family. And we really don't want more stress. The purpose of a routine is to keep things calm, easygoing, so we can focus on the important things in life. So if you are just now getting a routine, I've had a lot of people ask me, how do we do it? There's 5 easy steps. 1, make a list: home, life, work, things you do every day, things you should do every day. And if you can't think of them all at one time, carry that pad with you so you can add to that list. Structure your day. Most people structure it, you know, morning, midday, evening, bedtime, those type. And of course, when you're at going to work, your midday would be work related. Some of these others are house related, life related, family related. Get specific, and this is where it's an option. You might not need to get specific, but an example was you would just do a chart. 6 o'clock a.m., you wake up, you start the coffee, you drink a glass of water. 6:15, you drink the coffee, you eat breakfast, and you meditate. 6:30, that's just an example, okay? And some people don't like to exercise in the morning. As I was reading it, a lot of recommendations are to exercise in the morning, but some people like to exercise in the afternoon or the evening. And see, that's where it's personal. What works for one won't work for another necessarily. And those are things you can try. Number 4, schedule in time for flexibility, like I shared. Just things happen, and sometimes you just need to be a little flexible. 5, test drive your routine. And that's where I was talking about 30 days for that routine. If you want to break it down by a week, that's great too. But the week one was more recommended to people who are just changing up their routine, because it takes time to get used to a routine. And there's many benefits. It causes less stress in your life. You're able to focus on things that are really important. And it pushes and allows you to be the best you that you can be. And I think that's something we all strive for. And it frees up energy for other tasks, and it drives you forward. And I just think these are great things that we even need to teach our kids, as I said, bringing kids into it, putting it at their level, their age, wherever they're in life. And last but not least, it blocks you from distractions. If you have it down and you're there and you're following it, it helps you block from distractions. So there's lots of other information I could share, but I'm trying to keep this rather short. I don't want to go into a half an hour long spiel here. But if you need recommendations or what some of the morning, mid, evening, bedtime routines look like, let me know. Reach out to me and I can share that with you. There's tons on the internet also. But one last question I have for you is, what does your routine look like? If you don't have a routine, what do you want your routine to look like? Share that in the box below. And until Friday, enjoy the journey, be empowered, and live on purpose. Thank you. Bye-bye.